Hey YouTube, and here's my attempt at a world record attempt. So, just to test things out, this will become obvious why I'm doing this later on. After lots of other people have tried to do it, but they actually cheated. So here we go. Neck pickup. Testing out the mic, I keep hitting it. I'm wondering how. Yeah. Bridge. Okay, so it works. Epiphone Les Paul Studio. I suppose you've got to have it. It's got to be a Les Paul Studio or something like that. So we've got a bolt-on necky thing. Why was I asking for? The neck's actually staying on it. Yes, so I'm building a JPAX. This is from scratch. I think the neck on this. Yep, and this came in. Jen got this with a broken neck, and before that, we were trying to sort out bits to build up that guitar. And it's like, that Epiphone's got all the bits that we need to build that. We'll just take the bits off that, and then I managed to fix the neck actually pretty successfully. Did quite a good job. So, but we've already told the guy that he's getting all the Epiphone stuff. So at least you know it's all decent quality. So what I'm going to do is I'm wondering how long it's going to take to strip this basically. And so I'm not taking the neck off. So this would apply equally. There's a good point. It doesn't need to be a bolt-on neck guitar. This would be the same for a Les Paul standard. I'm trying to think if there would be anything that would be different. I'm not going to take off the that either, because that's not going on that. So maybe there's exceptions. I think you do need to take. There's no point in taking them out either. Yeah, okay, so I wonder what tools I've forgotten. Soldering iron is there. Because I'll be putting it all back together again. There's no point snipping the wires. I might as well. I might actually have, if I put snips out anyway. Sometimes the earth wires are a bit annoying, so I might just so snips, pliers, because you might always need pliers. The two different screwdrivers I need, which is the wee one, crosshead, which does backs of the tuners. Sometimes the pickup rings, and then this one which does neck bolts, which I now realise I don't need to do, and the pickup screws and other ones. There's two screwdrivers. I've got another screwdriver just in case. I've got two string winders because I lost mine and then had to steal one off Jen, so I've now got two. Definitely need a string winder. I'm saving these strings, by the way. These strings are going on that guitar because I'm really cheap. And then one of these things for prizing off door cards in a car. I actually need to give back to Cameron if I ever see him again. He'll get these back. So you're just for that. I wonder do I want to come down a wee bit. And I'm also testing out combat trousers as well as this lapel mic. So I'm not sure I like combat trousers. They're a bit tight. Don't know. Yeah. So that's it. How long does it take to do this, do you reckon? A guitar that's in tune. So, I suppose I set the top watch, don't I? Is there anywhere I can put it? So the world record attempt starts now. It doesn't really need to be that good. I suppose if I do it kind of a little bit lazy, it means that when I come back to try and retake my records, I can actually try a bit harder rather than just trying straight out, because I doubt there is a category in the Guinness Book of Records for how quickly you can take a Les Paul to bits, or basically strip out all the parts. Why did I have a drill? Don't know. So I'll have a wee game plan, think what I'm going to do first. First the strings come off, they stay in the bridge. I think it's one of those clip-on bridges as well. They stay in the bridge. Yes. Then I turn the soldering iron on, take the electric knobs. Okay, we're ready. Hold on, just make sure that wasn't an important text message. Wait with me a second. See, that's the thing. I mean, I just don't like the thing about Temu. It's like you go, oh, that's an interesting text message. Who would text message me at 11 o'clock? That's right. It's like pure. Ooh, here's some guitar pickups you might like. 3, 2, 1, go. And obviously turned it up first to start with. String winding is one of those things that, as you see, if you go too fast, it doesn't actually end up going any faster. You've got to get it's a consistent speed. And I'll just have to worry about when I'm putting this back together again. So that's one. I'm not going to bother taking the ferrules out the body either. Assuming I've got ones. I've got a big box. Any time I get a guitar in that's dead or dying in any bridge, I never throw any of these parts out. So things like ferrules for bridges, I've got a box of them. And this guitar will be getting painted anyway. And that's a good solid neck repair. So there's an Epiphone Les Paul 100 coming up. I don't know, in a week's time or something like that. I'll strip this down and sand it for Jen anyway. She likes doing these new guitars because doesn't have to sand them. Sanding them is shit. Sanding in general is shit. It's like, so if you like sanding, then you never have to work a day in your life. You'll just be just like, oh, sanding. Oh, remember the Ames tapers? One of my dad, these guys that were just like. Have you seen Apocalypta, the Mel Gibson film, when they've got about the South American, the Incas and all that, and they go to this bit where it's a chalk mine or something, and everyone's just covered in white chalk, and all you can see is their eyeballs. Basically, that's what Ames tapers are. Apart from they're not, wearing tribal gear. They're just wearing a tracksuit, but it's just eyeballs. And they've got like the marks round about their mouth where they're wearing their mask. Yeah, it's horrible. You just like you come home after I've done it before. When I've been doing it, you sit down and there's just a cloud goes of just all the surface dust. Oh, waking up. I was going to say, somebody what's not happening here is finding someone who's tied knots in the strings or wrapped them around the wrong way or done anything stupid, and it's because I put these strings on the other day, so it's like, here, oh, they're fine. And that'll just get the bridge away completely, and I think I forgot to turn that soldering iron on. Take nearly 3 minutes to take the strings off. I'm losing my touch. I'm sure I managed to change strings in 5 minutes once. And I've got a box to put all the bits in. Right. You do 2 at a time. Saves time. Half the amount of time it would take to do this. 359 degrees. Magic number is 480, I think. Oh, are we going to get these off without any? No, need the prizing iron. This is something I don't want to break because you can quite easily break the knobs. So what I'm doing is I'm just prizing them round and then rotating the knob. So it's like one, down, 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 up. Up, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 down. Yep. You can buy string pullers and stuff like that, but not that. I'm going for Temu. I think these were like, my pal bought these for something like £6 in Temu. Right, let's get in at the electrics to disconnect things. Now we'll have to disconnect the output jack as well. So I need to disconnect. Oh bollocks! I need to take all the wires as well, don't I? This isn't the one that's missing a pickup switch, is it? No, I've replaced it. This guitar was missing a pickup switch, so the wiring does have to come out. Right, in we go, and I'm going to try and do this with soldering. 479, 480. That was. Yep. Tweezers for removing wires, so I'm taking the pickups off. So there should be 2 wires coming from each of the pickups. This is the bit I was saying I might need the snips for, depends how well soldered on the earthy bit is, because it's like sometimes it's half an inch of cable. Come on. Time spent waiting for solder to melt. It's just the temptation is. I mean, this was me that did this, so what I've done is I've just gone, right, that's it all done. I'll just put a pile of solder on top of that, see that, make sure it never comes off, and it's like, well, yep, forgetting that I'll be taking it off at some point pretty soon. It's one of those ones, so just because it's such a large area, I'm kind of heating up the whole pot rather than actually just heating up the bit that's got one off. There you go, off. Thank God. Right, okay, and jeez, that's difficult. Right, just put these two right. Oh, okay, yep, see how this works. Right, dup. That one needs to come off. Should probably have used my multiple camera angles here, but I didn't. As I said, this is just a starter, but we've been able to do this in a minute. I mean, I suppose you could see that's where it comes to the cheating thing. I was trying to get round the cheating idea there with. I just go all the way. You know, saying that the guitar's played at the start, but you could. Yeah, you know, you smart guys out there. I see you, Mr. Whitesnake, sitting there like that. You're going, I'll just put a wee tiny little bit of solder on and make it so it's easier to get to and practice, so I'll beat them. We'll leave that for the World Championships. Take the output jack off as well. Les Pauls are often wired just slightly differently. There's different ways of doing it. I keep doing crazy wiring. I wired up a 3 pickup Schecter the other day, and it's like you're sitting there and it's like, I bet you nobody else would be able to wire up a 2-tone 1 volume and a 3-way switch that way. I just did it, thinking about it logically. I push pull in it as well. I can put dual coil splits in it, and those fantastic Temu pickups to put in. I think one of the reasons this one wanted the spec list was, let's just have boring stuff, not boring stuff, it would be boring stuff, but you know what I mean, like that guitar, you can see it look there, you can't really see it because it looks very much like a wee Black Star amp. There's a lot going on there, so basically having like just silver bits that all kind of match and not having all odd sorts and stuff, which kind of works on some guitars, you know what I mean. Pink pickups look great on a boring guitar, but when you put them on that, it just becomes too much. I mean, look at it. This is, well, that's like a big shard of some interdimensional being. Yep, like it. Right, dun. Right. I'm just not taking the competition element of this seriously, am I? Come on. He's going to snap. I was too fancy when I wired this up. I used the same wire to do several things because it looks cool and fancy. But I didn't really make it so it was easy to take down. Again, saying that, some of these wires that I'm having trouble getting off, ones I put on, they must have already been in the guitar. It was only the pickup switch that was missing. Come on. This is why people get disheartened with soldering. It's just so annoying when you're trying to heat up that there's so much solder here. It's such a big bit, like over a long area. You're kind of trying to heat it up, but it's all dissipating into the actual pot. So you're kind of having to heat up the whole pot to get cause it's just too big a bit of solder. Really annoying. Yeah, at last, right. Okay. It was a full one as well. Right. Because they were all tied together, I had to take them all out. I had to disconnect the tone controls. It's annoying. Oh, and then one more. Actually, one of the reasons I'm doing these things is it's just like something, you know, if you're repairing a guitar, just how long does it actually take? How much should this cost if you're going to a shop to do this? I mean, it's like, I'm talking and stuff like that, but I'm probably working faster than you would expect somebody in a shop to work. It's quite feasible that you'd want to take all the hardware off, you know what I mean? And you think, oh, I'll take all the hardware off, takes 5 minutes. It doesn't. I've been at it for 10 and I'm nowhere. So it's like trying to work out if I was to do this, how much should it cost? That's going to have to go. So that's all the pots off. Did I just take them out? May as well just take them out at this stage. And I didn't mention that I've got a socket set. You get away with these things, again, the Temu thing. These are good because you can just use these for taking off, you know, the pots. They kind of do any size. But if you're doing a world attempt at speed racing, you could probably look out the right sockets that fit first, or you could just to be honest, it's probably worthwhile buying a cheap socket set and then just throwing away all the, you know, keeping separate the three that work, because you've got ones for tuners, and you've got ones for pots, and then you've got ones for output jacks as a minimum. But I reckon in the guitar world you're really looking at having 3 or 4 would do all the guitars. You know, maybe 1 in 20 times you would need to look back into the box if you had the 3 or 4 main ones. Step out, right, that they're not wanting to come off. They might be staying on that guitar. Oh, it's not good for the world record attempt, is it? Right, I'm not going to be able to take this out, the wiring out, because it's all tied together, so the switch is going to have to come off. No. Okay, so the world record attempt's kind of off because I'm going to leave the switch in. I'm just going to take the pickups out and leave the long wires, because I hate threading the wires through, and like I really hate doing it. It's pure annoying as fuck. So the wires are already in this guitar. I'm going to leave them in this guitar. So there we go. We're cheating. We're cheating. The world record attempt is off. I think there's a cable tie there. I'm just thinking of saving time later on. It's not worth it to hold it. Oh, there's still, no, yeah. Right. And the pickups. One, I often find it quite useful when you're working a guitar. Pickups are magnetic, as so are the screws that hold them on, so you can put them somewhere that they roll off. Just you can stick them to the tops of the pickups. Also means you notice when you put the strings on, you try and play it. You go, what the? Because you go, all right, that's right. I need to put those screws back in again. 1, 2, 4. And yes, I could be using a drill for this, but I really would recommend not using a drill working on a guitar, like just an electric, like a DeWalt screwdriver. It's tempting, but the thing is how much faster is it actually? The answer is if you do it really well and you've pure got the kung fu. I've been doing this for ages with a drill. You can do it faster than you can with your hands, but if you don't have that kung fu zen type and are fully up I used to be like, as a joiner, right, the master of the DeWalt, so I could do anything. I could screw, holding at stupid angles and everything. So pure invincible. Whereas now I have to think back and go like, maybe not quite as quick. So pick up screws. They all look the same. Good, good, good. And then this should just come out and be pulled out like that. Epiphone, two-way. Oh no, it's okay. Cool. Sitting there. I've got to try and make them into. He wants a Peter Green switch in his guitar. I do need to take them to bits, but I don't need to take covers off. In fact, I think I've actually got a covered one. Talk about that. Is there any point in doing that? I've got to sand it anyway. Am I going to sand it? I'm going to sand it. Okay, right, tuners, here we go. I'm tempted to take the neck plate off just because it's there. Right, so is it got that one. Baby. Also, I always say whenever you're changing strings, always check these bolts that I'm undoing on your guitar. Very many guitars, they're loose, and the thing is, see, when they're loose, the tuner starts moving and it puts all the pressure on the wee screw that's on the back, so the wee screw starts bending and then the wee screw falls out, and then just tighten them up. Assuming you've got these GoTo type tuners, the ones that bolt in from the top. Preventative measures. And if it does come down to try to put a screw in, if the screw does fall out or something, just be a bit clever about it. Don't try and put in like a B&Q galvanised wood screw that's too big, just like take a little bit extra time and actually maybe even just go into a guitar shop, someone that fixes guitars, and just go, I'm just looking for a wee stupid screw to do that. You know what I mean? It's like, even if they do charge you £1, which is very unlikely, they're going to give you one. Do it properly, and it will last. This coming from a head bodger myself. One. Quite look forward to building up that guitar actually. It's going to look fantastic. I do need to break into that pickup. That might be another video. This is really just more of a tester with I should have done it live. Why didn't I do it live, damn it? $17.48. I suppose technically that should be in that box. So there you go. If anyone can do it less than 17.48, you can have I shall pass the trophy for fastest person to take all the electrics and tuners off a Les Paul and strings and bridge. Need to find out, work out a better name for it. That's not very catchy. I do like that though. That's a bit amazing. Look at it. So I might be stealing that back plate. I doubt that. Well, does that back plate actually fit? I want to watch if it does. Tits. You don't actually want to watch, but yeah, no, that's fine. That'll go in there. Actually, I quite like it in cream. Jen probably paint it, but I quite like it in cream. Yeah. In fact, I think there's actually a black one in the hall. We'll see. In fact, it's not Jen's. This is for Edward. We'll see what he wants. Yeah, no, it's stunning. What do those knobs look like on it? I think they'll look pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. You want a simpler. Sorry, I'm having a wee preview here of what this guitar's going to look like, because nobody's ever seen it before. I mean, knobs and things like that can be changed to preference easily, obviously. Or you need some sort of lever to take them off, and they're fine. And yeah, sometimes they do explode, and yeah, sometimes it's just like they do break. They've actually got a... Yeah. It's going to look... Do you need to Dremel that in? Yes, no, I think everything there. perfect. The white pickup rings, I was like thinking maybe black ones, no, the white ones. It gives you something to focus on. It kind of makes it look like I would maybe put cream knobs on, would I? Need to see what it's done, because there's another bit going there. It looks really awesome though. I would say. No poker chip because the arc kind of goes there. Let's see if I can find a pickup selector switch. No, I think this guitar is going to be superb. I'm tempted to take the cream as well for that. I think the creamed a working thing. I think it's got a cream nut. Yeah, see, it all ties in. This neck's brand new, never been drilled. What's the fret marking? I wonder how Jenny done that. Look at it, this has got crown inlays. So if you hold it up against the light and hold it, you can go that. It's a funny sort of shape. That's kind of what it's sort of. That's because it's the plastic crown inlays that this would have had, but instead, it kind of reminds me of a library or something like that, or a CD stacker shelf or something, or maybe a wee bit like dragon scales. I don't know. These things are just. It doesn't need much to go in. It's I'm just going to get it perfect, and I think those pickups are the way to go. I was looking at sorry, I've got this mic on. I'm just wondering if it's going to work. I've actually got an Epiphone Dot Chrome pickup, which I'll message Edward, see if he wants to. I can swap it out and have a chrome and a black one, but I don't think so. I think perfect. Rocking. So catch you later and see if this one worked.